Welcome to part 7 of Sonic Lost World, aka Pedro's Rehabilitation.
Yeah, sure. So now I'm showing off the hidden zone from Sky Road. So yeah, Shiroi, you know how it's been... So yeah, guess what, Shiroi? Now we're here. Now we're here. Like, seriously. These levels have about as much context as... well... as Mario levels, yeah. But then again, Mario levels don't try to have a story, so...
Yeah. If there's one thing that I think we've established is like, well, yeah, even though this game may be fun, you can tell that they didn't really put a lot of, actually, I take that back. They did put thought into it. Apparently, they intentionally, the problem is that they thought too hard into making it as random that they forgot to give an idea, the context as to why we're in certain areas. Granted, I guess this is a bonus area, so I'll give them that.
Can I give my theory for that? My theory for that is that they were trying to make it like Mario Galaxy, where every level has something completely new and shit, you know? However, at the same time, they're also trying... let me finish, Joe. However, at the same time, they're also trying to have a typical story with cutscenes and shit like that. The problem is that those two formats don't really mesh well together, you know?
That's pretty much what I was saying, yeah. It's like, well... Pedro, why are you trying to do that?
A little to the right.
Oh yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm just trying to do it that way. I forgot what my state of mind was. You know, it's been a long time since I've recorded this. Anyway, yes, the cannons from Sonic 2, aka the Ocean Zone, are back.
I didn't like that zone all too much.
I actually liked it.
I like the music.
The only zone I don't really like in Sonic 2 actually is Metropolis Zone because of the shitty enemy placement.
I actually kind of like Metropolis Zone.
I'd like it if it wasn't for the shitty placement.
Yeah, me too. Like those fucking slicers.
That's the only thing that's really wrong with it, to be honest.
Oh, and the fact that it's free acts. Did it really need to be free acts for some reason? They were all random.
Oh, I like free acts.
Well, they did... I heard it was meant to be a different level, but because of time constraints or whatever, the reason they just decided to make a third act at the last minute. That's what I heard, but I'm not sure if that's true or not.
That's the interesting thing. When you actually look at the development history of main Sonic games made by Sonic Team, pretty much Sonic 1 was the only one who didn't suffer because of rushed development. When you think about it, Sonic 2,
they took out a lot of levels from Sonic 2 because I have seen Lost Worlds or whatever.
Yeah, they took a lot of stuff from Sonic 2. They had to break Sonic 3 in 2 games. Sonic Adventure 1 was also
Sonic Adventure, I think. Actually.
Yeah,
Sonic Adventure 1 actually got out.
Yeah, apparently the original Japanese version of Sonic Adventure 1 is quite unpolished in comparison to the localized version because Sonic Team USA polished up for the American release. Sonic Adventure 2 also had problem with the rush development because they had to add Tails at the last minute. Like it's like a common theme in the Sonic series.
I didn't know Tails wasn't meant to be in the adventure game.
He was meant to be in Sonic Adventure 1, but he wasn't meant to be in Sonic Adventure 2 originally. But apparently there was a fan outcry, and they added Tails at the last minute. But they didn't have time to implement Sonic Adventure 1's Tails gameplay, so they just made him a Dr. Eggman clone.
That makes sense.
Not to mention the fact that Shadow wasn't even supposed to be in it, really. It was supposed to be some sort of female counterpart to Sonic, actually, who was supposed to be the antagonist, rival to Sonic.
I forget, Jova.
Shadow got in as...
I forget, Jova. Was there
Okay, basically, here's how production was. I was actually about to go into that.
Go ahead.
Basically, with Sonic Adventure 2, originally, it was going to be that Sonic, Knuckles, and Eggman were the free playable characters. And the story was going to have this female sort of counterpart slash antagonist, you know, basically Blaze, kinda. Yeah, basically it's sort of what Blaze ended up being, but yeah, basically Shadow was what replaced that concept. Because apparently, like, when Tails came in, they sort of then got the idea to have the whole evil counterpart, since Tails ended up getting shoot in as a counterpart to Eggman. So thus the whole hero versus dark concept got introduced, and thus that's why Shadow and Rouge were created.
I see.
By the way, I hate this
level. So basically Shadow got a few of Sonic's levels, and Rouge got a few of Knuckles' levels.
By the way, I really hate this level. I hate how I'm forced to homing attack onto the the spike balls. The problem
You
is
have to
that
wait for those.
I know, but the problem is that they don't give me time because I have to hurry, but because otherwise the platform will disappear. It's just
Actually, Pedro, they do give you time to be fair.
They don't
They do give you time.
Also, I
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
that enemy who's destroying throwing spike balls at me at the end. Anyway,
Well, yeah, that's the
I
idea.
forget. I keep forgetting. Did
Yeah,
Sonic
going back
Heroes?
to what I was saying.
Did Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog
Yeah,
have
going back-
development problems?
No. Well, actually, Sonic Heroes kind of did. Okay, here's what happened. You know how Sonic Heroes was kind of around the time when Sega was starting to go outside of Nintendo consoles?
Yeah.
Because, you know, at the time, Sega jumps to Nintendo. Okay, basically, there was an issue. You know, at the time, the PS2 was the most selling console. Basically, it's apparently
on,
there's a
cutscene.
lot of
Hold
word
on,
going
this
around that
cuts-
Sony.
This
Hang on,
cutscene-
one more.
This cutscene is actually important.
Yeah.
Well, as important as a cutscene this game can be, at least.
So we might as well watch it.
Yeah.
Ha! Food puns, because it's fat! It's so funny.
I don't think it's trying to be funny that time.
It's still
You know,
annoying
honestly, I mean, yes, you know, I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest. With Zomom, I get that his thing is food, but I don't really think we're supposed to take everything necessarily for funny. I just think that's his manner of speech. Sort of why I sometimes get a bit annoyed where some people tend to think that everything he says is supposed to be funny.
though. Yeah, apparently
I
Tails
think-
is fucking MacGyver in this game.
Yeah, anywho, going back to what I was saying, but yeah, about Sonic Adventure 2, sort of the reason that we have Knuckle...
Oh wait,
I
this
mean,
cutscene. This
is funny. This is really-
Hey everybody, you know how this game has plot points that go absolutely nowhere? Well, we're about to see another one.
You know how this game is full of bottomless pits that fall onto the normal planet, and now Sonic's worried about this little thing here?
You know what? You know what's interesting, Shiroi? The Dimps version has less bottomless pits. That's the... what the fuck?
you serious?
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that where...
Yeah, believe it or not, Jova, the 3DS version actually has less bottomless pits.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, now that I think of it. However, that still doesn't excuse Frozen Factory Act 3.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong.
3DS.
Oh, no. Fuck Lost World 3DS. Don't get me wrong. This game is Jesus compared to Lost World 3DS. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Lost World 3DS is the first Sonic game I actually
you're right.
stopped playing midway through.
okay, so basically,
Never went
Shiroi...
back.
So basically, for the sake of Shiroi, who actually hasn't played... by the way, Shiroi, have you played the demo yet?
No, I haven't had the time.
Well, the point is... okay, since Shiroi hasn't played this version, allow me. Basically, the first act... The first act of I hate this fat moron. Anyway, the first act of this zone is a boss rush. We have to fight these 3 in a row.
Okay.
I actually kind of like how they actually do change up the bosses, at least for the boss rush. They're not exactly the exact same. unlike in the 3D.
Hi, Super Mario Galaxy Boss 1. I'm not even kidding. This entire boss rush here rips off quite a few things from the final boss battle of Super Mario Galaxy 1. Jesus Christ. Like the spherical thing, the fact that they jump and then there's a white wave, a shock wave coming towards you. I mean, it's fucking exact. The lava, anyway. See, there you go.
Well, you know, I admit it is a lot like it. I do still feel that it has some of the special Sonic spin on it. However, the funny thing is that around the time... Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, the funny thing is like, well, at the time, Super Mario 3D World came out, yet that sort of had a lot of similarities to a Sonic thing. And some people say that that was a better Sonic game.
Oh, by the way, allow me to say something, Joe. Okay, to everybody out there who hasn't seen the story of this game before, I'm guessing Shiro has already seen it.
Yes, I have.
Okay, in that case.
Various playthroughs.
Okay. Anyone who possibly didn't like that cutscene where Eggman supposedly died because the game didn't really earn that scene, well, don't worry about it, because that, just like every potentially interesting thing in this game, it goes absolutely nowhere, as we'll see in the next part after this.
Come on, Pedro, isn't it obvious?
I mean, I'm just so
Oh, it actually does
baffled.
go some...
By the way,
If they killed off a character like Eggman, the whole internet would know about it.
Yeah. Well, actually, Pedro, to be fair, that scene...
I think fans would
that
be
scene
more
is
annoyed at that than Sonic's death, to be honest.
Actually, Pedro, to be fair, that is one of the few scenes that actually does go somewhere.
Not really. He's just alive.
It goes off a cliff.
It was all just a ploy of it. Like seriously, like any potentially interesting thing. And then at the very end, the Deadly Six just disappear for no reason. And then Eggman is suddenly. The ending of this game is so rushed. It's amazing.
Tell me about it.
It's like, hey, let's have a nap.
Yeah, it's like Shiro, question. Have you seen Roger's parody of this game?
Yes,
Roger's parody is a bit iffy.
Oh, I disagree completely now. The parody of Roger's parody perfectly sums up this, especially the moment where his parody is the ending. The animation isn't rushed, not well thought out, and the entire thing becomes incredibly weird and rushed, just like the actual ending. It's a brilliant joke, if you ask me.
Yeah, your mileage may vary.
No, I think Roger's funny.
Oh, I agree. I agree Roger's funny, but he can be a bit hit and miss.
The problem is that Sonic fans have a tendency to hate on Roger because...
No, Pedro, we actually sometimes do have legitimate means at times.
Not really. I have never seen a Sonic fan pose an argument against Joe that actually makes sense to me.
Really? Against me?
No, against Roger, I mean, sorry.
Well, that's Pedro's line of view, though. You should check out the SSMB topic. I mean, heck, even Roger himself admitted that some people did raise some valid criticisms against him.
Yeah, he actually had to post a video apologizing for people just because he has different opinions than people. I'm not even kidding.
Oh no! Hold it there, Pedro. Now you're sort of distorting the truth there. Roger himself did admit that he does go a bit overboard with some things. Look, I know you like Roger, but you don't have to be so defensive
bring up the fact that his videos are parodies
the reason
and should in no way be taken seriously?
The reason I'm so defensive of him is because...
Hold on, Pedro. Let me explain to Shirai. Actually, Shirai, we weren't exactly talking about his parodies at that point. He also has a Sonic Dissected thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Sonic Dissected series is fucking brilliant.
He can be a bit hit and miss.
No, I disagree. I think every single Sonic Dissected episode is fucking spot on. Jesus Christ.
I'll have to watch those, that's what I think.
It's not even funny. Like, he completely points out the problems of the series so well and so intelligently. That guy is fucking awesome. Seriously.
He has good points at times, but sometimes he can misstep.
Oh, well.
I remember.
All of his puns aren't that on, it's just that people are morons. Anyway.
Oh, Pedro, you're not gonna go down that route now. I mean, come on, people sometimes do bring up legitimate problems about it.
I never saw one.
And I'll get back to you.
I never saw one. Anyway, the point is, the reason I'm so defensive of Roger is because...
Maybe we should actually focus on the game at hand.
Oh, hang on, let me just let him finish this.
Oh, we're just fighting the same bosses we fought. That's not really... Anyway, the point is...
That's right, because of the way the arena also works with the bosses. It's actually one of the more challenging sections, and an actual challenging boss fight. Why couldn't we have had boss fights like this throughout the game? It's something that actually challenges you while also changing up the environment. Which is weird. I remember earlier, some fans sort of made it feel like, well, the Deadly Six would be able to affect the environment based on how we saw the different boss fights. Granted, those were the cases when we just saw two different boss fights, but we assumed that they were able to change the environment.
By the way, Shiroi, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You done?
Yeah, I think I am. Okay. As is he.
Yep.
Well done.
Okay, Shiroi, allow me to link you this one for later. Let me just quickly get here.
I'll link you to the SSN book as well.
Not this one. Not 5, I think it's 6.
Basically,
strange for the I find it strange for a lot of people on SSMB to be complaining about people complaining about the Sonic series, because that's all we do on SSMB.
Yeah.
Is complain about the Sonic series. We do.
Oh, here it is. Shiroi, I'm sending you a link right now for Skype. Sonic Dissected episode 4. I'm sure, since you're an Amy fan, I'm sure you'll love this one. Where Roger goes into detail about the degradation of Amy Rose as a character, how she started out as a generally strong independent female character up until Sonic Adventure 1, and then and even Sonic Adventure 2, and then they pretty much made her just a fucking maniac who actually wants to kill Sonic for you know, like in Sonic Heroes and shit, basically completely destroying what she used to stand for as a character in games like 06 and shit.
Yeah.
Well, like 06, where she's like, "Hey, I choose Sonic over saving the world." It's like she wouldn't say that.
The real Amy would never say something like that.
Yes, that's one of his better videos. Basically like this, Shiroi. Pedro's kind of exaggerating when he says that we're exactly hating on him. Granted, sort of people were a bit annoyed when he sort of referred to the SSMB as a hate club of his.
Well, it is.
No, it's not, Pedro. And in fact, even Roger admitted that he was out of line. I mean, you don't have to defend the man that much. So he made a few mistakes.
The reason I defend him so much is because he's pretty much the only internet celebrity. Well, I know he's not exactly a celebrity, but he's pretty much the only internet guy I know who's managed to remain consistently funny for me without ever dropping in quality for me. Anyway, the point is, I fucking hate this. Yes, Shiroi, this is the legendary level you've been hearing about, Lava Mountain 2. This is pretty much the Eggman land of this game.
I actually had no troubles with this level, but
this
yeah, like
fuck this level in the fucking anus.
Allow me to explain.
How on earth can you avoid that fire just then back there?
Fuck you, game design.
It was there's no way you can get around it. You can't jump over it.
Nope.
Actually, there is a way you can get around it.
The problem is, Jova.
No, it seems to happen on one rail.
The problem, Jova. The problem is, Shiro, is that you have to know the level beforehand to properly master it. Like you can't.
But how can you do that on your first playthrough?
Hold on. No, you don't. I managed to get this actually fine on my first
playthrough. But you're fucking lucky. You like my.
Who's this right here? How do you? Oh, there we go. There we go.
Excuse me, I'm not lucky. If you allow me to explain. Basically, the way I get through this is like the idea is to time your jumps and also use the double jump for precision.
Yeah, sure.
And you're not supposed to jump towards the fire like you did there either.
You know, Jova. Well, I had fire coming if I stayed on the rail, so it's not like I really had a choice, did I? Anyway, the point is.
See, this is why I should have recorded it. Oh.
You don't have means to record WiiU footage, so.
Yeah, I do. DVR.
Well, in that case, why don't you record some console games?
Let's record Splatoon.
Huh?
Oh, I will, definitely. Anyway, the point is...
No, I mean, we should all record that.
Yeah, well, maybe me.
Well, yeah, one of us will have to record it, but I mean, we could all play the game.
Sure.
Hold on. Which game are you talking about?
Splatoon.
Oh, Splatoon. That'll be fun.
Anyway, I hate this section. Fuck this section in the fucking ass.
Yeah,
I've heard this off, actually.
Like, seriously. Whoever...
Yes, those bomb parts are insta-kill.
Whoever looked at this section and thought it was fine should be fired. Fucking fired, because they suck as a game designer.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, allow me to explain. The idea... Okay, as you can see, Pedro sort of mistimed a jump there. Basically, the idea here is that you have to time your jumps right using the momentum. And also, well, the idea is that the double jump sort of helps you with the momentum problem. The idea is that
you can't touch the bowl.
No, the bombs are instant kill. Why? Why have instant kills? The rings, for some reason, stopped working now?
Okay, I can understand having instant kill. My issue is that they don't warn you beforehand. It's like... It's like Pedro says, this game could be so much more fun if, you know, the concepts and controls and whatnot were explained better. Basically, here's how I found out how this level works. They sort of give you the double jump so you can sort of slow yourself down, and, you know, you can sort of do a bit of a mid-air halt, sort of, you know, so that you can get through some of the level design. Okay, that's good. Now here's what I would have done if I were the game devs. I would have given a hint or, you know, like, well, an actual tutorial telling you, hey, use the double jump to slow down your jumps or time your momentum right.
Allow me to interrupt you for a bit, Jova.
That would make this a lot more easier to understand, and that's why a lot of people tend to have trouble with this level.
A lot of, my problem with that...
Yeah, visual design is not really that competent either.
Yeah, the problem is that you're forcing me to jump... basically, there's moments even in this section where I basically have to make leaps of faith, where I have to land on a specific small part of rail, but the camera doesn't exactly show it to me, so I have to position myself even though I'm not seeing it. I mean, I only
actually, Pedro, to be honest, the camera technically does show you. However, it's kind of in the
seconds that we just saw.
Ooh, there.
Oh, you mean
Jesus Christ. Hold on, here we go. Hold on. Actually, no, it's not gonna happen now because this time I let myself fall. But if I jump.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sort of the idea, I guess. Is
Yeah,
like,
but the game that's but
so.
but that's the thing, Joe. I mean, I shouldn't have to play the game the exact specific way the designers intended me to, you know.
Well, you don't have to play it a specific way. I've actually found multiple ways. The idea is to either single jump or, you know, do a well-timed double jump beforehand.
You know, Jova, I kind of prefer the level design in Generations, where I can actually see my things coming.
Oh,
yeah, and yes, I know Jova will hate me for this, but I use the fucking P-Wing because that section is fucking bullshit.
Oh, I don't hate you, Pedro. I mean, hey, just because I'm able to get through this level doesn't mean I don't recognize it for the other BS it is.
Looking at this level, I have a feeling it gave people a whole new appreciation for Rail Canyon.
By the way, Shiroi, if you considering your vision problem and shit, you might have problems with this game because this game is constantly spinning and around and shit.
Actually, it's funny. In Sonic Generations, I can't beat the final boss because the rings blend in so well with the background.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck that final boss. Don't worry, Shiroi.
I can't find the ring.
It's funny you mentioned that because Takashi Iizuka actually mentioned that, like, well, it's funny because Takashi Iizuka actually mentioned that was a common problem with some players. So apparently they made sure to make the rings. Yeah.
Funny story, by the way.
Apparently they made the rings extra visible in this game.
Funny story, by the way, since you mentioned the final boss of Generations. I was trying to get the trophy for Can't Touch This, which basically you have to beat the boss without getting hit once. And for the life of me, I could not do it because, again, that boss makes no fucking sense. So I could not for the life of me get that done.
Boost, and then you catch up to him.
No, but the problem is that
the boss is a mess.
Yeah, the boss is a mess. I can't tell what the fuck is going on most of the time, you know?
I have a funny story about
Tell me about it.
Hold on, let me finish my story. Basically, I could not let me get that trophy, and it was Vanessa who had to do it for me because she got tired of watching me rage against it, so okay, give me that fucking control. And she had it in one try. And she did it in like 3 tries. That's the thing. Is that
Alice could beat the final boss of Generations for me.
I feel as you can see, my male pride was in shambles after that.
Reminds me of how I once surprised my cousin and sort of embarrassed him in front of his girlfriend.
But then again, I'm kind of used to it because Vanessa's so much better at video games than I am.
Because, like, I remember when I sort of embarrassed my cousin in front of his girlfriend when I sort of aced Eggman Land.
Just to give an idea, Joe, you know how Bloodborne and From
that actually works well.
Oh yeah, this one, yeah.
This is
my problem. My problem is that the game didn't earn this, you know.
Yeah.
I think the game technically did earn it. The problem is, like, well, okay, let me put it like this.
I don't think the characterization or the script were good enough to earn this.
You know, I have sort of a bit of a theory here, but it's like this. As jumbled as some of the story elements were, people were kind of hyped when we first saw the story in action. The problem, though, is the ending, though. When you think about it, it's like, okay... It's like, well, okay, they're introducing all these plot elements, and they sort of seem disjointed. But when you think about it, this seems like the setup for something that all needs to come together in the big conclusion. The problem is that they failed in the ending. That is what I think leaves the story a mess. I think that if the ending had actually brought together all the plot points properly, you know, in a big conclusion or whatnot, the story would have been immensely better overall when you think about it. I mean,
well, but that's only a what if, so...
That's sort of why I feel like, well, this scene in particular actually does earn it because I feel that that's what they had in mind.
It's like with me with the...
To later report that the ending itself did, in fact, get rushed.
It's like with me with with Stephanie Meyer's The Host. I actually think the concept for that story was actually a pretty interesting concept, but the problem is that it was in the hands of Stephanie Meyer. So, anyway, see you in the next part, everybody.
See you then.